Hi guys, Crafty Crystal here. I'm here to show you another type of thermal stitch, and I've done two versions of it. This is a very thick version. It's 3-ply. It has the front post on the back, it has a front post on the front, and in the middle it has half double crochet. So it's really, really, really thick. See there? This version, instead of going down into the double crochet down here, it goes in through the back of the half double crochets. So you have your lines in between. It's only doubled. You have the front post on one side and you have the half double on the other. So it's only double thick, but it would make a nice warm blanket. This makes a super nice rug or a comforter, but you need a lot of thread for it. So let's get started on it. I almost forgot. You can use a I or a J hook on this. I used a J on it. That's a 6mm hook or a number 10 US. Okay, and I used a regular four weight worsted, which is I think 10 British, UK, and Australia. Anyway, let's go get started. Okay, I started out this sample with a chain of 20, but I want to show you something. See how you can see air light through the chain? That's how loose you want your chain. If you can't see light through your chain, take it apart and do it over again. And the first layer is going to be single crochets. So I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to go through the back of my 20th chain, and we're going to make a row of loose single crochets. You made a nice loose row of chains. Now you want to make a nice loose row of single crochets. Let's go in the back hump, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull it through all. You make sure that they look nice and loose. Okay, you should be able to see through them too. Okay, so you go on, make your chain, fill your little back loops with the singles, and meet me at the end. Okay. Okay, I'm at the end, and when I go through the last stitch that's by the knot, I change my tactics and I go through two of the threads, because that makes my last little stitch here tighter and it looks like the rest. If you don't do that, you end up with a big loopy thing that just doesn't look right. Okay, now we're going to chain two and we're going to turn. In this row you have to do loose because you're going to have to do something unusual in back of it. So we're going to do a row of loose half double crochets, and the way you make them loose is make sure this comes up a little bit. So you wrap, you go through the single crochet, pull it up a little bit. You see how loose it is? And do that all the way across. You want a loose half double crochet. Now, first time I started to show this to you, I had to tear it all out and do it again because I did not make my half double crochets loose enough. So you go ahead across and I'll see you at the end. Okay, I'm on my last two stitches. And keep them loose clear to the end, guys. Chain two and turn. Now you'll find out why we need to have these loose. We're going to be putting front posts in the back of these two little threads on the back of each half double. If these were tight, you would never get it in. So we're not doing the two on the end. That belongs to our chain up. We're going to wrap and go through the next two. Pull up a loop. Make sure it's loose. You want it when you're not tugging on it, you want it to be above the level of your fabric. Pull through two loops. We're not going to finish the double front post. we're going to wrap and go into the same stitch that belongs to the same half double that we just went through the 2 loops of, the one we just used. Pull through all 4 loops on the hook. So we wrap, go through the 2 threads of the half double. Come on, there we go. Pull through, pull it up. We're going to go through 2 loops. Then we're going to wrap and go through the top of the half double we just used. Pull through all 4 loops. Wrap, go through those 2 threads. Pull the loop up, pull through 2, go through the back one, pull through all 4 loops. And one more time, go through these 2 loops. Go through 2, wrap, go through that one, all 4. There we go. We've got our front post on the front. And back here, you can see the half doubles that we made. We will be going into these half doubles when we come back. When we go in the next row, we'll be coming in through here. And let me show you this. You'll be using the half doubles in back. You can see it doesn't show it all in front. It does not impact your front posts. There you go. Okay. Meet me at the end. At the end, we're going to get these last 2 stitches. This will be the last whole stitch. You got to turn this a little bit to look for it, and you'll see the stitch on top you're looking for. Okay. Now we're going to come right down into the base here. See where the half double went into? That's where we want to go. We're going to go through 2, chain 2, and turn. Okay. So there's our first beginning. So what we're going to do here, wrap, and we're going to go in the half double crochet behind the post. You have your post, and you have your half double crochet behind it. See there? Okay. So we want to sneak into that half double crochet, but not go through the front post. Bring up a loop, go through 2 loops, go into the stitch that belongs to that post. Here we go, half double. Wrap, go into the half double below. Make sure you don't go through to the front. This will be easier next stitch because you'll have front posts to go into. Wrap, go through the stitch that belongs to it. Pull the loop through all 4 stitches. Okay, so you wrap, go through the half double, wrap and pull through, wrap and pull through, pull up, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, I got a kitty to feed. I'll be back in a minute. I'm here at my last one. And you got to turn it sideways to see where the last stitch is. Pull through all 4, and then we're going to wrap around, and we're going to go down in here. We're going to go down into here. See where this is? We're going to go down into here where this half double is. And pull up a loop. Go through 2 and go through 2. Okay? That's our side post. chain 2, and turn. Okay, now you've done all the hard part. Now it's a smooth sailing. You wrap, go into your last front post, pull up a loop, pull it out, go through 2 loops, wrap, go through the stitch that belongs to that loop, that stitch, pull it through. Now no more fighting the little pieces. You've got a whole front post you can go through. And now it gets out of frustration and into fast production. See? See? There we go. You got your front posts on this side. You got your front posts on this side. These are going to be covered when you come back on the next side and do these. So you wrap, go through the front post, wrap over, pull up a loop. You should keep your yarn loose. Go through 2, wrap, go through the stitch that belongs to that one, pull through all 4 loops. Okay. Through the front post, pull it up, through 2 loops, through the back one, through all 4 loops. Okay, I'll meet you down here. Okay, I'm at the end. Remember, you have to turn it sideways. Make sure you're getting the right stitch to go through. And you wrap, and you come down here. This one is. I'm going to go through here, pull up a loop, go through 2, go through 2, chain 2. There, see? Now, we wrap, we come down into our front post. It goes real fast now because you can get through those front posts real easy. Uh-oh. Magic. Back down into my front post. It's so easy and quick this way. I did a whole rug going through those 2 little parts of the half double and back. Oh, okay, this uses more thread, but you know, it's so much quicker and easier. I really like it this way. So I'm going to do a couple more rows and let you really get a good look at what this looks like. Then we'll do it the slow, frustrating way for a couple rows so you can see what that looks like, okay? So I'll see you back in, maybe 2 more rows. Okay, here's what you have. This is what it'll look like on both sides. And it is very, very thick. Why is it this thick? Because it has 3 layers. It has the layer of front posts on this side, the layer of front posts on this side, and the layer of half double crochets in the middle. This is what I would think of as a winter comforter. Instead of making the comforter out of material and putting the padding in the middle, this would keep a person very warm. Very tight, very warm. Lovely. Now, if you want it a little bit thinner, you don't want it quite this thick, you can go back to the hard way, which would be go through these 2 here. Just make sure you make all your half double crochets loose and you'll be all right. Go through these two here, bring up your loop, go through two loops. Everything's the same except where you put them. Put them like we did when we started. You will have a line through the fabric, and it'll be a lot thinner. You'll actually just have two layers, and that'll be the front post on one side and the half double on the other. Now I'm going to do this for a couple rows and let you see what the difference is. So hang on and I'll be back. Now this is the last row of this type I'm going to do on this one. And I just wanted to refresh something. If you don't pull up your loop when you do the half double behind, it's going to be too tight for you to do this. You cannot be a tight hooker and use this method because you will fight these two stitches in back. You will get frustrated. You will get hand cramps, arm cramps, shoulder cramps, and maybe crossed eyes too. So don't do it. You have to be loose enough that when you do your back hook to make your half double, you pull it up so it's nice and loose, and then pull through all four, and you will not have that trouble. I always have that trouble because I tend to be tight. Can't help it. I have to really, really concentrate. Okay. There. Now this is what it looks like when you do it this way. And it does have air through it. You can see more openings. It's not what I would call a comforter type blanket, but it would be a good blanket. Would be a good blanket. And it has a real nice feel to it. Anyway, that's it. That's a different kind of thermal stitch. And I love this tripled one for the floor. The floor gets so cold. It keeps my tootsies warm. But this makes a nice warm blanket. All right, there you have it. I have one more thermal stitch I want to work with you on, and I've been working hard on thermal stitch in the round, making flat rounds, and making you could make a hat with it, or you could make like a little basket or canister with it. So I'll be showing you that too. Meanwhile, experiment, try out, and happy hooking, everybody. Bye bye.